Second part of our lesson today, again, is going to deal with word problems. So we have Alexis here. She bought 2 boxes of pencils and 5 notebooks for $6. And Isabel bought 6 boxes of pencils and 1 notebook for $4. We want to know the cost of each item. So that first step is going to be to look for the keywords to set up this equation. So we see 2 boxes of pencils and 5 notebooks, and 6 boxes of pencils and 1 notebook for $4. So we know that we're probably going to have addition since we're talking and. So step 2 is going to be follow those steps for substitution. So let's start by writing our equations. So for Alexis, let's let P represent pencils. And I'm going to do this since we aren't using X and Y. And N is going to represent notebooks. So this is literally as straightforward as it sounds. We have 2 boxes of pencils and 5 notebooks, and that added up to $6 for Isabel. And then 6 boxes of pencils and 1 notebook equal to $4. Now remember, we don't need that 1 in there, but I put it in so you can see how literal the translation is. I'm going to start with this equation since the N is by itself. So 6P plus N equal to 4. Subtract 6P for both sides. Means my equation is going to be N is equal to negative 6P plus 4. So now we substitute that into the other equation, and that is going to be 2P plus 5N, and we know N is negative 6P plus 4, and that equals 6. So I'll go ahead and distribute, giving me 2P minus 30P plus 20 equal to 6. 2P minus 30P is going to give me negative 28P plus 20 equal to 6, minus 20, which gives me negative 28P equal to negative 14. And then we'll write a little bit over this next problem. 20 divided by negative 28. And 14 divided by 28, that's a half. So I know that my P is going to be equal to 50 cents. So knowing that 50 cents is how much that pencil costs, now we're going to use this one. So we'll take 6 boxes of pencils times 50 cents each, plus 1 notebook, and that equals $4. Well, I know that 6 times 50 cents is $3, so 3 plus N equals $4, minus 3, giving me N is equal to $1. So then obviously, finally, your last one is to be to check your work. So I'm going to let you go ahead and check to make sure, because if you think about it, 2 pencils at 50 cents each is $1, plus 5 notebooks at $1 each, that's $5. $1 plus $5 is $6. And we already checked the other one to see that it is true. This next one, if the difference of 2 numbers is 10 and the sum is 18, what are the 2 numbers? Well, we've got difference and sum. So that says if we take x minus y, we're going to get 10. And if we take x plus y, or the sum of it, we get 18. We need to solve for y, or solve for x and y. So I'm going to start with this equation here and solve it for y. So I'm going to take x plus y equal to 18, and I'm going to subtract x, giving me y is equal to negative x plus 18. And then I will take this and we'll box it in. And that boxing in, we're going to put into the other equation. So we've got x minus a negative x plus 18 equal to 10. We have to distribute this negatives, just like we did when we were subtracting polynomials back in trimester 1. So that would end up being x plus x minus 18 equals 10, or 2x minus 18 equals 10. Add 18, giving me 2x equals 28, divide by 2, giving me x is equal to 14. So now I need to put that back into the original starting equation, back here. And we see that x, which is equal to 14, plus y is equal to 18. Subtract 14, giving me y is equal to 4. So if you check that, you will see that those work, because if we subtract 14 minus 4, we get 10, and 14 plus 4 does equal 18. Go ahead now and try the you try problems, try to write your summary, and make sure you write down any questions you have for the class tomorrow.